Hey, good Monday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weather update here on your June 23rd, 2025. Now, before we get going, we always like to say thank you and welcome aboard to any new followers on our page. And if you're not yet officially a follower, please go to our main Facebook page and give us a like today. Now, if you happen to be watching over on YouTube, you know what you got to do. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future updates. Well, the weather story, of course, has got to be that heat, and we've got plenty of it here across the area. The good news is this heat wave does not appear to be sticking around as long as what it was showing, say, toward the end of last week. So that's some good news there. And the rain chances are going to come back at us. So if you haven't done your yard just yet, you may want to do that because it looks like the wet and rainy conditions are coming back at us here as we look at the next 7 days. But first, let's get through today as we're dealing with plenty of heat and haze out there. You see it pretty well there across Brasstown Bald. Look how hazy it is up across the mountain. So again, couldn't rule out a stray shower today, but for the most part, we're staying on the dry side. Same as over toward the Blairsville downtown square here as well. Seeing generally a lot of sunshine, a few clouds out there, and you may see a stray shower across North Georgia later today. But for the most part, it's dry and a lot of heat. Look out these heat advisories in effect here going in for tomorrow. We're talking feel-like temperatures with that humidity of the temperature anywhere from 100 to, say, 106, 107 degrees. It's going to be brutally hot. The only relief area is up in the North Georgia mountains where not quite to heat advisory criteria, but still going to be plenty hot there as well. So as we look at our local radar, again, we're quiet out there. There's a few showers up near the Franklin area in North Carolina, but North Georgia looking pretty good. Again, if you do see a stray shower today, consider yourself the winners of the rain lottery today. There are some scattered showers back over toward Alabama. A little better coverage over here. Notice they're kind of drifting a little bit off toward the west, not moving all that fast, but a few rumbles of thunder here. But North Georgia, for the most part, is remaining hot and dry. All right, let's look at the regional satellite picture. Got a few scattered storms out into the Gulf as well and across portions of western Tennessee. But the Carolinas, North Georgia continue to stay quiet here for the rest of the day. Now, we are going to see some rain coming at us. Looks like Wednesday's looking like what we're seeing right now as far as the latest high-resolution model data here. Got a loop on Tuesday, maybe a stray shower on Tuesday, but watch what we get into going into Wednesday. There's a surge of moisture that tries to come in out of the Gulf. So check this out. Here it is here on Wednesday, coming in Wednesday evening and stretching across Alabama, getting in toward metro Atlanta as we go late in the day on Wednesday. So we'll have to see if this is going to come to fruition or not, but it is showing a general sense of some precipitation that's going to be moving at us as we go into Wednesday. So right now, I've got the rain chance sitting at about 40% because of what the models here are showing. We'll see if this kind of verifies as we get a little bit closer. As you can see there, by 8 o'clock, we've got some rain and some storms there coming in toward metro Atlanta here as we go toward Wednesday evening. So we'll see if that works out. But the rain chances do increase as we go in toward the upcoming weekend. All right, so let's go ahead and look at your forecast maps here. As we look at what's going on here, is we're going to be staying pretty much on the high and dry side for the most part for the next day or so because of that high pressure system. So Tuesday's looking pretty good. Not expecting any rain for tomorrow. Again, Wednesday, we'll have to watch and see if that disturbance kind of rolls in out of the Gulf or not. But you see, this is the Wednesday PM time period. So we've got all of Georgia lit up in the green. So that means less than 50% chance of rain. Right now, I'm going 40% here on your Wednesday. Then going into Thursday, we're going to continue the rain chances right through Thursday, Friday. And then we get a spike on Saturday, get a little more darker green there across parts of North Georgia. And going into Sunday as well. So it looks like we're going to stay unsettled right into the weekend. And look at that, it even goes to be higher on Monday. So it looks like that wet and rainy pattern we were in the late spring area, it looks like it's going to return again with those nice gully washer thunderstorms coming back at us. So let's go look at your forecast here for tomorrow. It's going to be hot, steamy day. Yep, that's what I got. Steamy day there in Gainesville, 97-73 for tomorrow. Regionally looking like this, maybe a few upper 60s in the Georgia mountains. Otherwise, everybody else in the low to mid 70s, clear skies, winds near calm. Check out the afternoon highs. When you see that much purple on a map, you know you're in trouble. It's a hot day, folks. A lot of upper 90s here. Even got 100 degrees there in Lawrenceville. Ouch. Pretty rough there. 97 in Gainesville, 92 up in Hiawassee. Get a little bit of relief up in the mountains, but that's about it. That's why they're not in the heat advisory criteria, because they're not quite this hot, but hot enough. All right, let's look at your regional perspective. 99 in Nashville, 96 in Memphis. Scattered storms along the Gulf Coast there. 92 in Destin, 95 in Mobile, 99 degrees in Charlotte and Columbia as well. So everybody across the South getting in on the baking action here. Next 7 days shows the changes. Here we go. Here we got 96. Here, bring the rain chance in here on Wednesday. Here goes on Thursday. We're on 50% on Thursday, and then we kind of hold it about 50 to 60%, and we back the temperatures off to closer to seasonable averages there as we go to early next week. So one thing we'll say about those rain chances, and then I've mentioned this before, when we're talking about rain chances in the summertime and we're getting this kind of pattern, you're kind of dealing with mesoscale changes from day to day. So just expect with the rain chances coming up, how they'll fluctuate as far as the day-to-day occurrences, and they'll definitely change in the long range because we're dealing with, outflow boundaries from old thunderstorms and little impulses and stuff like that. We're not dealing with big synoptic features like we have in, say, the wintertime or early spring. So nothing like that. So it'll make forecasting a little more problematic for those rain chances coming up. But the good news is, yes, we got the hot weather, but we're going to say goodbye to that here, and we'll back them off here a little bit. So I would always get concerned you get a big heat dome like that if it's going to be stuck in place and kind of linger for a time. It looks like that's not going to be the case here. So we'll count that as some good news. Again, appreciate everybody checking out our channel here as we continue our rebuild. We're slowly glowing back up there, trying to get back to Facebook professional status, which is 10,000. And we're knocking on the door of about 3,300 or so, getting pretty close to that right now. So if you haven't, hit that like button, help us out there as we try to get our page back to Facebook professional status. And then eventually we'll make a run at our previous total, which I think was 11,200 on the last page that we unfortunately lost. So we're having to do it all over again because of some copyright issues. But we're okay. We're going to make it. We survived this much. All right, that's y'all's update for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next update. Till then, y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.